Hi Kiwi! Alright, we are back at Hades 1, and today we're going to be running the aspect of Rama. Now, I am going to be a little bit cheesy with this build. If I get a special offered from Zeus or Dionysus, we are going to just use the special alone and nothing else. We'll see what we get, though. We're going to take 3 levels of extreme measures, 1 level of middle management, 2 levels of damage control, and 1 level of tight deadline. And we'll see where that takes us.
What's the worst that could happen?
I'm hoping for Zeus or Dionysus because it'll be really funny to just stack our special non-stop. Oh, would you look at that? Dionysus right there.
Hey, on no occasion whatsoever. Cheers to you again, Lord Dionysus, mate. This place is so much less dreary under your influence.
Ah, this is the greatest, Zag. This feast I'm headed to. I was getting a little concerned I wasn't gonna have quite enough to go around for everyone. Well, you just saved my evening, man. Too bad you couldn't be there, yeah?
Alright, let us get our boon. Hopefully we're offered a good special.
Let me in on something, Zach. How did you gather up so much ambrosia there? I mean, sometimes I think the stuff is plentiful up here, but you are positively swimming in it, man.
It's pretty much Theseus. He likes to chug the stuff, apparently. Alright, rare level special. We'll take that pretty happily. So, in typical fashion, our goal here is to stack up as much damage on the special.
Might as well.
We'll take Chaos here. If we get some special damage or some more HP would be fine, too.
I'm back here.
See what we've got.
Through the expanse of time, I often wondered, is it necessary to be fair? The immortals are my offspring. Surely I should treat them equally. And yet I find that there is little sport in doing so.
Living up to their namesake right there. Very chaotic opinion. Alright, we will take 16% chance for boons to be rare or better, maybe? Or do I want more gold? Honestly, like, we just want the special and to stack as many levels on the special, although I will take any sort of, like, duos that increase this, so Aphrodite's duo and Ares, I think, has a good duo, and we could even go for Poseidon and just get a laughable increase in palms if we get that with Aphrodite. So, I guess I'm just going to take the more coin for now. Not that exciting, but it'll let us buy more palms, potentially. Next one, and Nectar means we'll get another level on the special, so we're stacking up the damage pretty rapidly already. So, the reason why Dionysus' special actually works pretty well on the special, if you couldn't tell, is it has a fair few number of hits, and they bounce, so it's a reasonable amount of AoE, rapid fire kind of AoE, that lets us stack up a whole bunch of poison damage in very short order. It probably, all things considered, falls off if you don't get a good, some good supporting hammers to increase the number of special fire, or a Hermes boon that increases the rate of fire of your special, because you are locked in place for a fair bit of time after casting the special, and it feels a little bit sketchy in terms of, especially if you run, I imagine if you run forced overtime, you could be at risk of getting hit fairly often, but that's 2 levels on Drunken Flourish, plus another palm means a 3rd level, which means we're already stacking up a whole lot of poison damage. I guess other things we could want, aside from the duo boons that synergize well with this sort of build, is, as we demonstrated with that Eris rail run a while back, getting Trippy Shot and then Dionysus's legendary boon would also be pretty solid here, I think.
Good enough to eat.
But that's 9 damage a tick now. I don't really care about the HP when the hammer's on the table. Hopefully the hammer offers us some special benefits, but watch it just only offer attack in every instance where prior it would have been fine. Sorry, I used the attack there. Ooh, whoa. We got slid onto the spikes there. I've never seen that weird interaction before. So the one downside to the special in its base form is it does not do all 5. It does not do 5 hits. I think it does 3. So you need to hit at least 2 specials on one enemy to get it fully stacked. Assuming we don't get the hammer that will give us, I think it's plus 4 arrows on our special, which would work quite well with this build. We definitely want to see that if we can get it. And we did not get it. So all of these are attack boons, and none of them are terribly exciting for me. I wish you could reroll hammers. That would be so strong if you could do that. Oh well. I guess we'll just take an explosive shot, maybe? Doesn't really matter, does it? Alright, we'll take explosive shot, sure, why not?
Done and done.
Well, we can't afford anything in the shop right now, so we'll take the keys in hopes of rerolls for when we might need them later. I haven't seen another god yet, which is fine. I don't think I have Underworld Customs on. I'm pretty sure I made sure to turn it off before we started, because I want to make sure that I don't have to sell my only the boons that I want. But I do have the option of selling any boons I don't want, so that Mom Blossom, or Palm Blossom if you will, stacks up on the special primarily. The reason why I took 2 levels of damage control is because the ticks of poison count as damage. So it's, aside from us rapidly hitting and the core of our damage being the poison, not the base of the special damage, it synergizes really well with this build.
The boon I got from Chaos has a new effect.
I don't really know if I really want to go hunting for Chaos Gates. Another Dionysus boon, sure, we'll take it. I need to learn what boons do and do not get leveled when you with Palm Blossom, because then it would be very useful to not accidentally waste, or I could potentially focus on taking boons that do not stack levels. I know one that we're looking, probably the boon we want the most from Dionysus at this stage is Premium Vintage, simply for the reason that it will give us HP and Palm level, or every time we get a Nectar we also get HP from it, but it gives us a instant Nectar, which means another level on the special potentially. Let's see if we can get that. Don't care about attack, don't care about dash, don't care about call. Let's re-roll once.
Any other boons for me?
Well, we didn't get... you know what? Numbing Sensation would be pretty decent. Slows all enemies by 22%. Alternatively, Strong Drink for the 4% bonus damage. Granted, I don't know if that affects our poison or not, or our hangover or not. I think for now I'll take Strong Drink, because I don't think it levels up. And then we'll take another Palm level on or we'll get another Pomegranate, which means another level of poison damage. I don't anticipate this will be as strong as the Eris build, but I'd like to see how crazy it can get. It would be crazy, really, if we could get that Aphrodite Poseidon duo very early on, because the way that works is it makes it so all Pomegranate power, all buffs from Palms are more potent, and I think it makes it go from 1 to 3 levels. I did not mentally register what was actually being offered from that chest. If it had been HP, it would have been a total waste. I am going to use my attack just to speed this along a little bit. I'm only going to use it in this room because it's a time-gated challenge. But, I mean...
You waste my time.
Rama is clearly a attack-focused sort of weapon. The special just makes the attack do that much more damage. But still, it's just funny when you just take a weapon and the way it's intended to be played and just say, nope, doing my own thing here. And that's what we're doing. We're doing my own thing. In the meantime, how are you doing, Kiwi? I'm doing pretty well. We've had a very chill day. I just beat a whole bunch of the single player of Pikmin 3. We did all the challenge runs today. I don't think I'm going to spend coin on the gate, on the Chaos Gate here, because I could potentially have enough coin to afford something like a God boon from the shop if we see another Dionysus or something. Granted, I guess I don't really... I want to maybe avoid any extra gods aside from those who could give us potentially powerful duo boons. Simply so that the Palm, the Mom Palm only hits our special. Given we're already at level 6, that's pretty crazy base damage as it is. It's funny, we tend to get pretty strong Dionysus builds, which blows my mind more the fact that we still haven't fully maxed out him on Nectar. Like, how did I miss that? Well, a little bit of life will keep us going a bit longer, and we'll take the fish here. Here, fishy fishies. But yeah, so I was doing like the side missions, or like the side, not side story, just the side missions, and I beat all the single player campaigns in Pikmin 3, which was nice. It's such a fun, like, kind of casual, enjoyable game. I'll go for Sisyphus here. I could take the coin, so I guarantee a God boon purchase potentially.
Sisyphus, have you had run-ins with Tisiphone the Fury here before? She isn't much for conversation, I don't think.
Tisiphone? Why, yes, I have in fact, Prince said. She's visited on multiple occasions, truth be told. So she's back, is she?
She is, although I think she's back to deal with me. I'll have to keep her plenty busy just in case.
Appreciated, Prince. Of all the Fury sisters, she's the one I would least care to see. But if she does stop by, you know, that's how it goes.
Alright, take the Darkness or the coin here. So the coin will help us afford a God boon in the shop, Darkness for for the progression on Nyx's story. We're getting pretty close to being able to afford that. I'm going to take the Darkness,
sure,
I think.
Here you go.
Well said, Boldy. Here, have a Nectar.
Boldy, you can speak up if there's something on your mind, you know.
Did we get anything fun? We got 5% more gold. Cool. Alright, so here's Aphrodite. She does have a pretty fantastic synergy for us. with Dionysus. Namely, it makes it so our poison can stack 3 more times. So instead of capping at 5 stacks of poison, or hangover, I suppose is what it's actually called, but we all know it's literally poison, as in any other game. It stacks up to 8 times instead of 5.
Dear Aphrodite, the incomparable beauty of Olympus is less difficult to fathom having already met you. I'm so grateful to have earned your favor.
My, but don't you come on rather strong there, little godling. Though I can take much more of your affections, you shall see. I sense you finally acted on your pent-up passion for the Fury Megara, yes, little godling? These types of things, they don't escape my notice. And they're always so enjoyable to see.
Oh, that's kind of creepy. She's like Santa. She sees you when you're sleeping with other people. Alright, we will take her attack or her dash here, because we want to get in line for that duo. I suppose I'll take her attack. It's not the strongest attack in its base form, but we'll take that. We'll be pretty happy with that. And another level of the palm, gladly we'll take that too.
Palm of power.
Because we're going to stack that right on the special. Now here's the thing, I have a very real option of selling the Aphrodite boon after this to guarantee that the Palm Blossom continues to stack on our attack only.
Hope I didn't keep you
And
waiting.
I kind of want to do
Blood.
that, because it's funny.
Megara's not just weak, she's got bad taste to match.
Hey, don't speak ill of your sister and my lover character in this game. Alright, I hit her with the attack, I didn't really need to. Like I said, I'm only going to use my attack if it's like a time-limited sort of thing, like the Infernal Troves I'll use it on. I'll still use my cast, of course, for the increased damage that it offers, but I don't think I need to worry. I clearly do not need to use my attack for much anything else.
Not bad.
The other nice thing about the special on Rama is its range is impressively large, all things considered. May as well take out her friends and get the little bit of coin they might drop. Yeah, that gave me 7 coin, which isn't much, but it adds up. I remember when I first started playing Hades, I used to farm coin in the Furies fight all the time. I would like stack up as much coin as I could so that I had a much easier,
That one.
I wouldn't say an easier run, but it gave me a fighting chance. It was especially a strategy I used when I was learning how to play the game and didn't feel that confident about the mechanics.
So much for the fearsome Furies.
Yeah, we'll stick with the Palm Blossom for now.
Keepsakes hold power.
I could buy this HP, I could buy this Chaos Gate. Definitely buying the Darkness. There's no harm in doing that. Do I really want a Chaos Gate here? Not really. I don't need the HP that bad.
Should I take the trade?
Alright, what do you think, Kiwi? Should I sell the attack and just stick to stacking on oh my goodness, on Drunken Flourish? Yeah, let's do it. Yes, I'm giving up the chance of stacking a duo with Aphrodite, but on the other hand, it just means I get more guaranteed palm levels on the part of my damage that I'm using.
The Asphodel Meadows.
Zeus, alright, hi Zeus.
I won't back down. Not now or ever.
So again, I need to consider what boons do not get level ups, and I don't know which ones of which one of Zeus's boons fall into that category. That's fine.
Bring it.
Now, alright, so what else can I talk about in the meantime? So, Factorio just finally got its DLC. I definitely don't think it's one of the game. It's not they call it DLC, but they're also calling it like version 2.0. So it's basically its sequel.
It pleases me to know, young man, that you and Dionysus have been getting on so well. He could use a level-headed friend, and you could use my blessing.
And we haven't gotten to the point where it changes. Alright, Heaven's Vengeance can definitely get leveled up. All of these, I think, can get leveled up, but it's not worth wasting a reroll here, so we'll take Zeus's call for now.
Is my hair sticking up?
We'll sell it when we see a pool of purging, if we're able to. Hey, Thanatos. Oh, and an Infernal Trove again. Excellent.
You look like you could use a hand.
I could use 2 hands, preferably holding a
I'll
scythe.
take more of them than you this time.
Oh, absolutely terrified.
Kiwi, I know you. If you could own a giant scythe, you would own a giant scythe. Actually, technically you can. You just haven't been guaranteed the opportunity to find one, I suppose. I wasn't convinced we were going to kill that guy before the Thanatos effect kicked in. No harm in spamming our call here, I suppose.
Not yet.
So, in case you didn't know, the call stacks from taking damage and from dealing damage, but it's based on the number of hits, less so the amount of damage those individual hits do.
You're not too bad at this.
Neither are you, Than. Alright, let's take this Infernal Trove if it offers us something fancy. Oh. Okay, yeah, we'll take the gems. Once again, I'll use the attack here just to speed it along.
Not so much as think about it.
Oh, I already thought about it, Hades. Can't stop me from using my attack. I already chose to do it. Oh, whoa, goodness, they did damage. Yeah, like, look at that. Rama's
Every
attack.
time.
Like, we don't have an attack boon, and Rama's attack still does more damage than, at least more burst damage, I will say, than our base attack. Or than our special that's been stacked up 8 levels. That said, we're going to go ahead and start taking on... we're going to do this trial because, again, I'm looking for premium vintage. It's another safe option for not stealing palm levels, but then it can also give us palm levels. So we'll pick Dionysus first.
Good decision, man.
I'll re-roll once and see what we get.
Any other blessings, maybe?
Sadly, no. Alright then, so... Bad Influence sounds fun. Deal more damage while 3 or more foes are hangover afflicted. I wonder if that affects hangover.
You can brush me aside like that? Well, I think I can crush you into tiny little bits. Let's see who's right, shall we?
I think it's gonna be me. I know I'm gonna be right here. Fortunately, if she's gonna spawn enemies in this slowly, we're not gonna ever get to see Bad Influence taking effect to know if it affects our hangover. Oh, I think it does. I saw us hit for 108 there. Okay, that's cool. Not likely that we'll really get to benefit from it that reliably. Where are the other enemies? Oh, yeah.
Time to win her over.
Yeah, okay. That's cool. It actually does in fact affect our hangover damage. That's really... I mean, it would make sense for Dionysus's buff to affect his stuff, but that rhymed.
Oh, all this fighting. It's just not like us at all, dearest. Let's say we kissed and then made up, all right?
All right. Well, I'm not agreeing to what she just said. I'm agreeing with the, oh, I've done this. All right, we'll take her cast. We'll sell it. Same deal. Another Dionysus room. Or Artemis would be really fun with support fire, not gonna lie. But we're gonna go for this Dionysus room, and he's eventually going to offer us premium vintage. That said, we are now in line to potentially get his duo with Aphrodite, which is also great.
Fancy running into you again.
Unfortunately, this mini-boss is only 2 enemies, so there's no chance we could ever... Oh, my goodness. There's zero chance we get the Bad Influence effect going. But I do get status privilege now while I have this cast, which is nice.
In the name of
I
Hades.
don't think status privilege affects the dot, though. Still not being offered premium vintage. We'll reroll one more
How
time.
about some other boons instead?
Man, it is being stingy. Alright, we'll take Numbing Sensation then. 21% movement speed reduction on enemies that are hit by a hangover sounds pretty solid. Now, the real question is, do these get levels on them? Because that feels like a number that would stack with a palm, potentially. We will see. At the very least, the game has been rather kind to us in terms of granting us lots of levels on the special up until this point, so really the only thing we could ask for now is maybe Demeter giving us Rare Crop to further level it up, get its base damage up. It'll give us at least like 4 extra damage a tick, I think. So I think we're already mostly through.
That's better.
I did go on to Numbing Sensation, darn. I would love to see Eurydice here, because there's a reasonable chance she could upgrade our rarity on it, but I don't think we're going to see her, unfortunately. I do think what I'll have to do is when we get to the Pool of Purging, we'll try and sell everything that's superfluous that we can. I appreciate that while the Sneak mini-boss in Tartarus clears status ailments, at least this guy, when he kind of bails out into the air, doesn't. I don't like the fact that there are enemies in this game who like clear status ailments, because it just makes them like a hard counter to certain builds if you get unlucky enough to have them show up.
Let's hustle, shall we, boss? Honestly, I don't know how the rest of you can stand it, trudging about like you don't have someplace to be.
I guess it's mostly the Sneak that I have to complain about in that regard, though. Second wind, after using Call, auto reload, I guess we'll just take Greater Haste to be faster. We need some keys for rerolls. Alright, end shop or HP here. I think we go for the end shop because it may offer us another palm, which we can level up our special with. Sadly, no Eurydice, so we're taking our base. No palm, but we did get another Dionysus.
Cheers, mate.
He is absolutely refusing to give us premium vintage. Unlucky. Oh well. Now we have so many different boons that premium vintage could potentially hit that it's not even necessarily worth hunting for further.
I'm back, Lenny, to kill you once again.
Alright, here, have an Aphrodite cast to the face, and then a lot of poison after the fact. Hopefully at least our next... hopefully we get one more hammer that does offer us the special enhancing effect, because it's... This build is definitely a little bit rougher when you don't have multiple hits on the special. I'm gonna try and stack up as much poison on these guys as I can, and then they can kind of die to the dot over time while die to the damage over time while I'm taking out the other heads. Yeah, I almost got hit there. It really does lock you into place. That was interesting though. I was dealing more damage by poison there than normal. I was hitting those 108s, despite there not being multiple heads to hit. I wonder why. Maybe it still counted the ones that were dead? Not sure. I'm just popping the Zeus boon because it'll speed these heads along a little bit more. Yeah, see? Toss my cast on him and then just spam the special. And I mean, if he's just going to stay back like that, it's easy free damage for us. I will say Aphrodite's cast has a bit longer range than I appreciate. I'm just not good at using it. I mean, it's hard because it's basically a melee range attack. Alright, on to the next floor. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's start by taking a peek at the pool of purging.
They're already expecting
This is worth giving up.
Well, we can sell Zeus's aid. We can sell After Party. I would reroll and potentially sell more if I could. But if Numbing Sensation is the only thing that we can potentially hit beyond our special and our cast, I guess that's not too bad. Still not ideal. I don't know if Bad Influence will be affected by this, but I don't think it is. And we'll keep going with the Palm Blossom because every level we get is more damage, even if it's not every level offered that lands on the special.
Yes.
Anyway, so I was talking about Factorio. I'm really excited that it's out. Kiwi and I have already started playing it a whole bunch. We haven't gotten to the new areas yet. Basically, from the sounds of it, what happened is they made it so when you the goal of Factorio is you kind of build up a base and you progress a whole bunch of technologies and resources. It's kind of like an incremental game almost, where like you manufacture a factory.
Come on out.
It produces some resources. Those resources are then used to make newer, faster ways of gathering those resources plus some new resources. And the end goal is to build a rocket that takes you off the planet that you're currently stranded on. And supposedly what Factorio 2.0 or this new DLC does is after that rocket is built, you actually go and build a space base, which sounds really cool. And I'm very excited to see all the new things that have come about it. It also, the update is probably has changed some of the like main game progression, which means the speedrun is going to change. And now, if one of my earliest videos on this channel was actually one episode of me attempting to learn the speedrun of Factorio, and I fell off that pretty quick because I didn't really know how I wanted to edit it or like present it. I have a better idea of how I want to do that, and that's actually one thing that I've been mulling over the idea of once I have a little bit more free time and want to do some slightly more edited content. Namely, oh perfect, Relentless Volley. Your special fires 4 shots. That's exactly what we wanted to see. And some darkness, excellent. So I will once again say that I will use the attack here. But anyway, so the one of the series I've been thinking about kind of making happen on this channel at some point or another is a kind of speedrun themed where I try, maybe I give myself some amount of time to learn a new speedrun and try my best to succeed at it and just see where maybe how far can I get in a game learning to speedrun it for maybe like I give myself 2 hours to learn the speedrun and then like 1 hour of practice and then I do my final run. And I could do like a fun and interesting kind of edited series around that. Oops, I punched the mic, hold on. Oops, all right. I think I fixed it. There we go. Yeah, sorry, my chin was itchy, but also apparently the microphone was itchy with my chin. Never mind. But so that's kind of a theory, not a theory, a series I've been thinking about, like wrapping my head around. Like I'd love to try a Hades speedrun. I know that real good runs get like sub 10-minute clears, and I have never even gotten close to that on any playthrough of Hades ever. So that would be fun. Probably go. I don't actually know what the optimal speedrun weapons are, so it would be fun. It would be fun to learn that a little bit. Yeah, we got it on Bad Influence. The Bad Influence. Oh wow, 70% more damage. I guess that's only as good as the number of enemies in the room, which is rarely enough. Another palm level, please. Sure. So well, even if we're not getting the palm blossoms to hit to hit our special anymore, we are getting plenty of palms themselves to hit our special. Doesn't seem like we're going to be offered many keys though, which means it's going to be hard to stack it up entirely. But you know what?
Delicious.
Yeah, here's our instance where we do not get anything on the special. Unfortunately, we will take numbing sensation though, because slowing down enemies sounds great. The other things, I mean, we'll eventually try to sell all of this. And there's Athena. Can't say I particularly want her, but Chaos would be perfect.
I can take it.
Because Chaos won't interfere with our other boons and try to steal levels from the Palm Blossom.
Master Chaos, I've returned.
Cast more damage. None of these are really great. I guess we'll just take the darkness and gem increase. And then we're immediately offered gems. A shame we couldn't be offered keys. I would love some rerolls here, just so that I can sell more things at the Pool of Purging, if nothing else. Because that's the cool thing about the Pool of Purging, is you can sell a certain number of boons, but you can only sell 3. But if you reroll, hey look, a Pool of Purging right there. Excellent. Oh, wait, don't let them respawn. Cool, got it. Anyways, what I was going to say is, we are only able to sell 3 boons at the Pool of Purging at a time. Ah, darn it, he respawned. But if we can reroll, we can sell more, potentially. I'll see what rooms are offered before I decide to sell Crush Shot or not. If we don't see Aphrodite in the next room for the chance at her duo with Dionysus, I will just let Crush Shot go, I think, and focus on just stacking up my special more. Special damage is definitely there. It's just not quite what I would like it to be. It admittedly does not feel nearly as powerful as the Aspect of Eris, but I mean, there are a few weapons in this game that feel as powerful as the Aspect of Eris, so you know. All right, Ares. Not really that interested.
Wash away my boons.
Greater Haste can't steal levels. We will sell Crush Shot. We will sell Numbing Sensation.
Cleaner already.
I do not have any further rerolls, so that at least takes away two of the boons that could potentially be stealing our palm levels. After that, we'll take the fishing point. I like catching me some fish, and then sometimes it gives us some useful items. Now, is this the mid shop or the end shop? It's the mid shop. Excellent. Okay. Well, let's go grab this fish. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Now, is it going to be instant? Let's see. It is not going to be instant. Do we see it on 3 or do we see it on 4? Okay, we're going to see it on 4 guaranteed.
Like this.
Cool.
Another car.
But anyway, so I was talking about Factorio, and I am... Ooh, you know, okay, so here's the thing. I kind of want to do this Charon fight, but I am slow. I am severely slowed. Because of that Chaos debuff. Minus 45% move speed means I'm going to be very likely going to get hit by his attacks. But it's 405 coin. It would let us afford a whole lot of palms on the final floor. This is probably a huge mistake, Kiwi, but we're going to go for it. Wish me luck. This may go very, very poorly. And I'm definitely using my attack here because I am at a huge disadvantage.
Think you can beat me, Charon?
Oh. Ooh. Okay, we're good. We're good. I just have to be very careful about making sure that I... Oh dear, he hurts. Oh dear. Okay, bailing out. Alright, we're on to his next phase, which is good. Get more stacks of poison on him. Cast my cast on him so he takes the increased damage. At least I know how to dodge that. It's mostly these waves that come out that I'm really bad at dodging. Whoa! Oh, how did that not hit me, Kiwi? How did that not hit me? Alright, these skulls. Get more stacks of poison on him so that he's taking damage while I'm focusing on dodging. Oh, wow, how did I not get hit by that skull? Okay. Cool. We broke him out of that pattern before. I think we might get through this. We probably will cost ourselves at least one Death Defiance, but I can deal with that. I've definitely learned his pattern since the first time we fought him. Now he's going to do his kind of 4 walls pattern, but I can probably burst him before that's a problem. I think we got him. Nice. Okay. That was a pretty solid Charon fight, despite having our movement and speed reduced by half. Yeah.
I look forward to making use of this.
And all that means for us is we're going to buy a whole bunch of pomegranates on the final shop in Styx, unless they're not offered, like, you know, they would do that.
I hope your every strike cuts to the vital bits of all your prey there, Zagreus.
Okay, Artemis, please give us support fire. Oh, lame. Well, I guess it pretty much doesn't matter. I guess I'll just take the attack because it does a lot of damage if it crits. Not that I'm going to really be using it. All right, we'll take the shop here, hoping that a pomegranate shows up so we can get another stack on our special. We do not get that.
Mate.
Now, do I take Aphrodite here? I don't think I do. I'll just save my coin for the next floor.
Truer words have not been spoken, mate.
Amen to that, Zagreus. Charon is a very true and honest soul.
Asterius, Theseus,
Zagreus.
Champion than me. Ready yourself.
A lot of the characters in the game, their names end with S. Now that I realize this,
Such fervor coming from this crowd.
it seems like a lot of Grecian names, kind of like the Eus or the Us, or they like the S's at the end of their name. It's gonna be kind of funny if I have more trouble with Theseus and Asterius than I did with Charon of all bosses. I'm going to focus down the bull first. I guess I am losing out on a huge amount of damage if I don't use my attack. Like, it's kind of funny. Despite having stacked up all of this damage on my special, I still think the attack is objectively the best option for my DPS on this build. Especially if we crit, mind you. Like, there's a 441 crit, as opposed to an 180 per second damage. I guess it's still pretty solid. Realistically, what I should do is I should just use both in conjunction, and that'll make my damage go really well. Ow, ow, stop hitting me. Ah. Yeah, that's my fault. I dashed right into Asterius for that one. We'll just focus down Theseus for now, because Asterius is making his giant circular wall of nope happen. Okay, there we go. Asterius is down. Toss a cast. Ooh. Well, that was kind of impressive that I somehow slid the cast right by him there. It's fine, though. Here, have an attack. Turns out if I just focus on actually trying to dodge enemies rather than maximizing DPS, it's pretty easy to dodge. I just choose not to do that most of the time.
That'll teach him. My boon from chaos is transformed.
The game is committed. Oh, did we? Okay, good. I was worried we weren't going to get the dialogue there. Well, we almost lost the Death Defiance, but now we have Strong Drink just carrying us. All right. I think we just stick with the Palm Blossom. Let's see. Bell Athena's or Artemis's attack.
Ooh, that's cold.
Everything else here doesn't get palm levels, so we'll keep it. And then here. Oh right, I need to remember to use my Chthonic Companion. 28 gold for more damage on the special sounds good on paper, but then I realized my attack or my damage over time, the hangover effect, doesn't get affected by that, and it's kind of pointless to take that. It really is weird what quote-unquote bonus damage affects all sources of damage versus only like the base damage, not the stacks on top.
I've reached the surface.
And I wish it was a little bit clearer. Like, even if there was just like even if it's like a single letter difference, like affect special versus specials sort of thing. But we've got a whole lot of good options here. We'll start with grabbing that Titan blood, since we know we're definitely gonna buy that.
Satan tunnels.
All right, let's start with the pomegranate here, because we want to try and stack as many levels on the palmable things first before we take things that could interfere. This is an instance where I really would not mind a 4 or 5 chamber Styx, because it gives us more rooms to stack up palm levels on, because it's by encounter, I believe. So even though there are things where these like tiny chambers don't count when the game doesn't always count the tiny chambers for things, but the Palm Blossom does. So in theory, if we did all 5 chambers, that's at least, I think, 5 extra levels from the Palm Blossom that we could stand to gain, which is quite a bit of extra damage. It does feel like our special damage is falling off pretty heavily, though. The attack will always be relevant, but the special falls off. I can imagine this being pretty rough when you go up against things that have like forced, or when you're going up against higher heat with forced overtime, just because the enemies will attack so fast and you'll be locked into your special animation that there isn't a whole lot you can do about it. There is a hair that has fallen off of my head and is desperately trying to get into my mouth, and I've already pushed it aside twice and it's back in my mouth again, and this is vaguely annoying. Please hold. Okay. I'm sure it will reappear in a second, but for now, at least I don't have to talk with something tickling my tongue and my nose at the same time. It's quite frustrating, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's a little disappointing, but this build just does not feel like it's stacked up nearly as much as that Eris build. Maybe it's because we're lacking the heroic.
The power of the gods.
Why? Why are you so committed to putting levels on Bad Influence? Palm Blossom, you have 2 options, literally 2 options, and you've picked that one every time. Unlucky. Very unlucky. I guess Bad Influence is being a bad influence on our pomegranates.
Looking down those passageways.
Alright, well, at least we can take one of these.
I'll take it.
Ooh, it gives 2 levels here. Okay, or 2 damage. That's pretty nice. So we're up to 19. That might be the most we've ever stacked on Hangover at this point. I'm not quite sure. Why don't we take the coin first? There's a chance that this is the Satyr Sack right there. But if it's not, it'll help us afford the other palm. And then we're not committed to having something else that could potentially steal palm levels from us while we're trying to stack more. Granted, there's only 2 choices at this point, so... Oh, icy gold. Nice.
Hello, Coy.
So we're just gonna stand here and spray and pray. Oh, they spawn on top of me. Never mind, doesn't work. Unfortunate. Alright, place your bets. Is it 2 chamber sticks? It is not. Excellent. That's what I wanted to see. I really did not want to have a 2 chamber sticks on a run where I really benefit from having a longer sticks. Right, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me, Sisyphus. Yeah. We need to remember to use that at least one more time in the chambers, and hopefully one more time on Hades. I constantly forget to use it, but it's just so nice to have the little bit of extra darkness that it provides when we're desperately trying to farm it up anyway. These guys are trapped over there. There's nothing they can do here. So we just safe spot them and range them down, and we got another level of bad influence. What the heck? How many times has that landed on Bad Influence now? Well, clearly 5 times, but like, what's? Oh, my goodness, Kiwi, that's tilting. That's so very tilting.
I'll take this one.
Oh well, at least we're at 21 damage. I don't think that's the highest we've ever been. I think our highest was 23. I may be mistaken.
Here goes.
We'll go for the Dionysus chamber. How much do you want to bet now is the time when he offers us premium vintage? Just know that if I see a pool of purging, I will sell Bad Influence in a heartbeat, just out of spite at this point. It's kind of like the last run where Athena just never showed up to give her special, and I regrettably, honestly, like mistakenly took her special in the very last chamber. I should have just committed to the bit and said, we'll never take Athena's special this run. She was so unkind to us, why would I want it? Alas. Hindsight is 20/20, is it not, Kiwi? But this is definitely the quote-unquote wrong way to play Rama. It is notably slower than playing it the way I usually like to play it. Wow, we are getting an unlucky sticks, but I guess that's technically lucky for us, or at least it's not the usual level of inconvenience that I would call it if we had this few chance encounters with it. I don't know what that sentence was supposed to mean. Basically what I'm saying is, in all the instances where I could have a longer sticks, this is one of the few where I actually want it, because I'm doing a fun gimmick build. Yeah, like imagine these satyrs with forced overtime using this build. I would just get hit all the time by their arrows. Or their poison, rather. And these rats are so fast, Kiwi. Like, it's fine if you have a good AoE, but I technically don't. Hey, we finally got a level of Drunken Flourish. We're at 16 levels on Drunken Flourish. That's kind of hilarious. After Party or Positive Outlook. I don't know if these can get levels. I guess I'll just take After Party.
Took me right up.
I don't think that one can level up. I just don't know for certain.
I'm back. Oh.
Alright, I heard a fish. It must be over here. I think I'll save up for the Hermes boon at this point.
You're mine.
Because maybe we get like another dash or something. I mean, we are in line to potentially benefit from rush delivery as well. We'll take the mini boss chamber here and get the HP. But that's 16 levels of Drunken Flourish, which is pretty funny. And at long last, they don't even give us the option of selling Bad Influence. Like, wow. Wow. Just wow. And with nary a reroll to be seen, I have no choice but to accept my fate as it is. Oh hum. Do we get anything good from the Well of Charon here? I guess I'll take Night Spindle so I can use Boldy one more time. That's fine. Gives us a little bit more darkness that we can farm. And we'll still be well within purchasing range of... Oh no, wait, hold on. Ooh, saved. Okay, I realized that damage control was going to block that 1000 damage hit if I didn't break it. Thankfully, we were able to pop that quick enough. Alright, there we go. It's only 24 gold. It's only 24 darkness, rather. But it adds up. We're definitely on a trickle down, sort of. The more we get, the better we'll be. Because it's adding up. It's adding up. We're slowly getting to the point of reaching that story's progression. And there is another level of Bad Influence. Kiwi. Kiwi. Why is the game like this? Why is the game so ridiculously spiteful? Is it just because we had that one dash only run with really good RNG that now I have to make up for it non-stop? Alright, these guys are stacked on top of each other, so we're going to hit them with a double Boldy. Perfect. Alright. Cool. Ooh, max life 50. Excellent. I like that. Okay. So look at this RNG. Not only did we get 6 levels of Bad Influence, we also got the 2% chance. Don't quote me on that. I think it's 2% chance, but we got the 2% chance of a 5-chamber 6, which I don't know if I should count myself lucky on that front or unlucky, because all of the levels that could have been on our special are going to the one boon that we're literally not going to benefit from for most of the Hades fight. Like, what the heck? Like, genuinely, what the heck? I'm so mad that I used my attack here. I guess, I don't know.
Can't do that.
Oh my god, another level of Bad Influence. Come on, game. Come on. This is oh my goodness. 7 levels. 7 levels of Bad Influence and 1 level of Drunken Flourish since I started noticing that. What the heck? Like, genuinely, how?
Of Hades.
What are the odds, Kiwi? Tell me what the odds are. Because they're not high. They are so pathetically low. That is so frustrating. I mean, there's a possibility that the Palm Blossom is weighted towards boons that are lower level. There's certainly that possibility, and if that's the case, then that explains a lot. But I don't think it is. I think it's a genuine 50-50 chance. We're going to just take Thunder Dash here. It literally doesn't matter. Alright, we're going to buy this Hermes boon first.
Thank you, mate.
3 more dashes. That sounds... Oh, wait. Rush delivery, 75% more damage based on movement speed. Okay.
Ah, so then the boatman Charon came through for us after all, did he? Whatever means we have to reach you will employ.
Alright. Nothing I can really... Jolted. What? Okay, I guess I have Thunder Dash, so Jolted will work for us. Okay, free damage and status privilege. I'll take it. And the HP. We're surprisingly tanky, even though I didn't really go out of my way for HP.
Zagreus once more offers to Cerberus one of his favored sacks.
Well, despite us choosing to play Rama the wrong way, it still is a relatively safe build. It's not amazing in terms of DPS, and I think it would suffer at higher heats, but for a gimmick build, it's pretty funny. And it's got a lot of good range and pretty solid damage, all things considered. It's not amazing. Nothing beats Rama's attack, though, especially when you're using the special to its full effect.
Come show your father what you've learned of late. Do not hold back.
Alright, hear me out. I want to see what our damage potential with the attack is, so I'm going to do the first third of Hades' HP using the attack, and then we'll just finish him off with just the special. I just want to see what our DPS potential is. So we start with a good stack of poison. And then we charge this up, and this up.
You could have avoided that.
I could have avoided that, I just didn't. It's fine. I dodged that instead. Okay, so that's what our DPS looks like if we use the attack. I'll go back to just using the special now. I'm sad that we didn't get those 3 dashes, but I'm very happy with the alternative. We are dealing about 300 damage a second on this build, which isn't the highest we've dealt. But this, I don't know, is this the most stacked we've ever had on the most levels on a single boon? Probably, quite possibly. I'm upset that I got hit by that. Gonna have to take out these Void Stones first because they're just gonna put all these shields on Hades, which we don't need around. Oh, well, I could have evaded that. I am taking a lot of damage here that is strictly avoidable. But now we're pretty good. Like, look at that. We were just standing there wailing on him with our special, and it did 150 of its base damage, and then there was the actual poison damage. So that's why I made the argument that I don't think it really matters if we choose to take that Well of Charon offering or not, because it really probably wouldn't amount to much extra damage. I mean, what's 16% of 15? Not a lot. I think I tried to say 60%. I don't know if I actually did. Kind of him just stand there and let us wail on him, though. We're also quite adept at taking out his little skull gems. Right, he's using his laser. I'm gonna just dash into. Okay. Trust that I was almost where I needed to be. Never mind. I flubbed that horribly, apparently. Sometimes it's just better to play safe. I chose not to, and honestly, I think we're fine even then. Like, he is bleeding out from this poison damage. Alright, 1 attack for the win. And there we go. How to play Rama the wrong way.
Why? I was much stronger once than this.
It's probably all the hangover.
Take me home.
He was probably a lot stronger before he got so drunk and had a horrible hangover. Okay.
My father's name.
I feel like there's a spiteful part of me that just wants to do this. Just bad influence. Let's do it. Bad influence level 7. Carried the run, clearly. My gosh. What awful luck.
Imagine that Prince Zacharias experiences some sort of joyous outcome for a change, in contrast to the arbitrary and unfortunately painful death he shall experience now.
Alright, Kiwi. I'm probably gonna have to do the math on this, but I want to know what are the odds of getting a 5-chamber Styx and all of those levels of bad influence, because it must have been an infinitesimally small amount.
I did it, I think.
Nice going!
One more forbidden exchange, Hypnos. Sometimes when I'm out there and about to die, I catch myself thinking, well, at least Hypnos will share one of his deep insights about why it is I utterly failed. So here, for all your generous advice.
Aw, I feel like I'm gonna cry. I mean, all my advice is free. You really didn't have to do this. But I sure am glad you did. Even if it is highly illegal.
You what, Hypnos? You what?
Tell me you love me, Hypnos.
I think you could be my best friend. Have you tried being my best friend?
Even better. Best friends to the end, Hypnos. Let's do this.
I'll have to give that a shot.
On Forge, Hypnos.
Hey, there you are. So is it true? You know, about you and Thanatos? Because he told me and I just said, whoa, but then everything made sense?
I feel like Hypnos would make for an excellent wingman. I don't really understand what a wingman is. I never really got into the dating culture of I think what is generally assumed to be the dating culture of my generation, but with my loose understanding of what a wingman is, I think Hypnos would make a great wingman.
I'm sure whatever it is he said is completely true. Yes, Hypnos.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, like, my Kiwi and I kind of were just a casual group of, a casual pair of friends hanging out, and then it just progressed from there. We never really needed anyone to introduce us or anything. My laptop was our conversation point, plus all the labs we had in undergrad together.
You and Achilles ever get to talk much then?
I have my orders, he has his. What do you think? Even back when he was still alive, there was no real chance I was going to be the one to take him here, given his line of work.
Because he was a warrior. When mortals die a violent death, they are no longer your case, are they?
No. I tend to those in less of a hurry to come here.
I can hear one of our cats snoring in the background.
Deucer, hey, what's the matter? You seem... Something's wrong. What happened? Tell me, please.
No, Your Highness, you're not supposed to talk to me. I mean, I'm not supposed to talk to you. You see, Miss Nix, she... Oh, I will be in so much trouble now.
Once again, I have to comment on the fact that this is really out of order. Like, this should have... This dialogue should probably have been, like, seated so it's supposed to happen before we progress with Deuce's kind of narrative and character development.
Wait, Deucer, slow down. What is the matter? Nix really has forbidden you from even speaking with me. Do you know on what grounds?
I've no idea, Prince. Look, I really want to keep my job here, so I can't be seen with you right now like this. Please understand. I have to go, okay?
I need to talk to Nix about all this.
Got several things to talk to Nix about.
The many-headed Cerberus is busy thinking of his next savory meal.
Most importantly, I believe she'll be able to give us...
Just as long as one of your three heads enjoys these pets.
Give us access to Achilles and Patroclus's contract type thing. I think we should be at the end of their story very soon now.
Go on, Hades. Try saying something nice to him for once.
Do it, Hades. Be nice.
Your contributions to this realm are appreciated.
Indubitably.
Each failure brings new opportunities for self-reflection, right, my friend?
Nix isn't here. Darn. Oh, what is this? Why is there a muffin with a heart on top of it above her head? Is it supposed to be a cloud? Oh, you know what it is? Okay, I have my cursor here. You can see I'm seeing the rim of this bench as like a little purple pan underneath this. So I'm seeing a cupcake. I'm seeing a cupcake with a heart on it. But that looks pretty important. 300 darkness for 50 gemstones? That seems like a terrible deal. Why would I want that? Like, genuinely, why would you think I want that, wretched broker? Come on now.
Sounds got the top honors again, I guess.
Alright, so what does this heart mean exactly?
Here's what I caught.
Find out after we turn things into the chef. Gems, nectar, and 3 nectar. Cool, alright. I don't think there's anyone else left to talk to here, so let's go see what this means with Meg, I guess.
Come with me, Zagreus. Your chambers are past due for a routine inspection.
Oh my.
Oh, I know just the thing.
So apparently the heart muffin is a sexy time, I guess.
Well, seems everything's in order. Carry on.
Okay then. Really, that's it? Weird. Okay then. Hope you guys had fun. Darn, I was hoping Nix would show up. If we kind of left our chamber and then came back in. Oh well. I do find that if you kind of go out to your like loading zone and then back in there, sometimes you do get the area to reset a little bit. Alright, they want us to do a gauntlet run next.
Malphon.
Why don't we take another... Let's max out Demeter and see what we can do here. After landing 12 strikes, your next special hits 5 times. Which sounds pretty hilarious. But then that begs the question, what do we stack on it? I don't know. Maybe I just take one of the keepsakes that I'm trying to level up and we see what we get when we get it. I mean, Merciful End is always a great deal of fun. We could do that. I don't think Poseidon would work. I don't think Zeus would work really well. Why don't we go... Artemis might be fun if we crit on those specials. Let's do that. Let's go for a crit special.
Okay.
Go on, boyo. Give me your best shot. It's my job.
Basically, we charge us up with 12 hits. And now, 210 damage altogether. Okay. Not as much as I would hope it to do, but still, damage is damage, I suppose. Alright, Kiwi, with all that said, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're asleep, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one for some more Hades fun. Okay, Kiwi, I did the math here. So we had a 1 in 4 chance on the first level of bad influence, a 1 in 3 on the second, and then a 50-50 shot every other level up to level 7. And then, based on what I read, so Halion, who is a speedrunner that I follow and like to watch the content of, he produces some Hades content as well, said it's about a 2% chance to get a 5-chamber Styx. Another Reddit post, and I mean, take what you find on Reddit with a grain of salt, did the math and said it was about 1.6% chance. With that in mind, if we look at just the odds of me getting 7 levels of bad influence, it's like a 1 in 200% chance. If we then account for the fact that I got a 5-chamber Styx on the same run, a 1 in 12,000 chance. These numbers were just if I ignored these first 2 and said, okay, well, what happens if I just had the 50-50 shot 4 times in a row, which would be 1 in 16, and then accounting for the Styx, 1 in 1,000. But still, like, if we look at all of the bullshit RNG that I had in this run, 1 in 12,000 chance. My goodness, I am never taking bad influence again.